Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about filters. We're going to activate and deactivate filters. Okay. So I got this table with my customer names and invoices numbers and amounts of money and dates, etc. Very similar to those reports you may use at work. For example, as you can see, I've got these headings: city, country, etc. And I would like to filter, I would like to sort them out by certain order, etc. How do I do that? Just to warn you, today there's no formulas. It's really simple, okay? It's only with your mouse, okay? For example, okay, let's select one of the headings and I want to go to this button here. If I'm in the tab home, there's a button somewhere saying sort and filter, and there's a little arrow there I can open. The first option is sort as A to Z, so that's alphabetic order, or the opposite from Z to A. Those are the first two. Shall we try one? So if I click on there, I already selected the first one, the first line in column B, as you see. If I click on there, it's going to sort it out alphabetically. So A, Alison, go first. Steve with S goes the last one. Yeah. Then I can do exactly the same with the next column. What happened now is I deactivated the previous one. As you can see, it's not Alison anymore because now it's looking at the city thing. Okay. This is only sorting. This is not actually filtering anything because I can see the same information here. So that's the thing. I can sort a column out by a certain order, but by doing that, I'm going to lose whatever the change I made before that. So if I sort in the city alphabetically, the customer name column B is not going to be sorted in the same way because they need to match. So the same row, all of these needs to be matching. So this John Peterson, he is in Brighton, in the UK, and this is the number, and this is the amount, and this is the dates. If we start changing things, these columns may mismatch, and we don't want that, do we? So yeah, we can only do that kind of sorting in only one column. Now, there's an option to filter. That's what this is all about. And we're going to hide the lines, the rows, the information we don't really need because they don't apply to our filters. How do we do that? Let's say I want to do only the cities starting with L. How do I do that? Right, so I need to activate the filters. That is the important thing. So I go to the same button I went before and I click on this icon here. It says filter. Can you see that? If I click here, all the headings, all my headings now that had that little arrow in there, and I can click on it and I can see more options. I'm going to go one step back to show you again. So I select my headings, one of them at least, and I go to sort and filter and select filter. Another way to do exactly the same and find the same button is going to the tab data and find the same button in probably is larger, is bigger in here. Okay. And also, if you like shortcuts with your keyboards, there's another one which is Control Shift L. I do that now, you see, it's activated. Control Shift L. Yeah, this is a QWERTY. It's a British QWERTY. It should be similar to the one you use. If that's the case, Control Shift L. Okay. So there you go. Activate my filters, and now I can operate. The gates are open for me for multiple options, endless combinations. Okay. Let's say in customer name, if I open that little arrow, it's going to give me, again, sort by alphabetically. I And more interestingly, I can activate and deactivate, tick and untick whatever I want. So I don't want to see those two for whatever the reason. So I just untick them. Yeah. And then I click OK, and boop, they disappear. They are not there anymore, are they? Now, visually, if I just look at this table for the first time, how do I know it's actually filtered? How do I know not all the information is actually presented to me? I need to look at this symbol here. If I see at the top of my table where the headings are, one of them, or at least one of them, has this symbol, means there's something filters. The filter is active. Yeah. So not everything is showing. Okay. If I click again, I can click on select all, which is the first option, and there you go. They automatically tick themselves again. Okay, I click, and there you go. So the filter symbol disappeared because there's nothing filtered there. I can see all the information. There's nothing hidden. Okay. For example, I can type by search. There's a search bar. I can type. If I type, for example, something with S and then Steve, you see. So if I'm looking for Steve, is there, but also other combinations. In this one, Barbara Preston contains ST2. So that's why it's showing me that as well. You see, so I can filter by that if I like to. I'm going to select that. Well, you see, and then it's already only filtered by those two. Maybe I want to add something else. So anything starting with A, D. Does that exist? Oh, it's not there. There's no combinations like that. So I'm going to put A, L. Alison is there. Can I click here where it says add current selection to filter? So what it's going to do is I'm going to add Alison Donaldson, which is the one matching my criteria AL, and it's going to combine to my previous filter, which was ST. You remember? If I click OK now, I got the three of them now. You see? That works always the same, always perfectly. Okay, I'm going to select them all and I'm going to start again, this time with money, with this column. Okay, just to show you something different. I go to the beginning, I go to the heading, and I open the menu, and I can find more options. It says number filters, and I've got a lot of combinations. As you can see, I can ask to filter only those entries that equals something in particular, or does not equal something in particular. Is greater than, greater or equal to, less than or equal to, something in between, which is the combination of those two, is greater than and less than something else that is between, isn't it? Top 10, above, with the average. I've got a lot of things. Even I can click here, customer filter, and I can see even more options. Okay, let's try one, for example, greater than. So is there anything which is greater than, I got that here, is greater than 1000, for example. As you can see, I can add more conditions here. I can add is greater than 1000 and something else, or something else, etc. Click OK, and there you go. Only those four matches that criteria, more than, greater than 1000. Yeah, how's that looking? I think it's great. This is really useful for you. This is really, really useful. I can cancel all my filters clicking on this symbol with the X, the red arrow, sorry, the red cross. There you go. And let's start again. There's something else you can do. For example, some people in sales, some people doing some work on the phones, they may use colors. So maybe for some reason, I select this line and I want to put it in yellow, and this other in yellow as well because it's in progress. But this one, I'm going to put it in green because it's already paid. I don't know, whatever the reason. So I've got my color code table with my data, and I know who to call first. That kind of examples is very common. There's something really cool. In any of those columns, it doesn't matter what, I can click and sort by color. How cool is that? So you don't need to write the words paid in some column somewhere to distinguish them or filter them later. You just need a color. You don't need to do anything. And as you can see, my options, my only two options are the two colors is detecting I'm using. You see, what happens if I put something else? If I put another color somewhere, is it going to offer me that third option or no? What do you think? What am I doing? If I go here, sort by color, there it is. You see, I got the three colors. Excel is that smart, really, and it's really helping me to organize my work, to organize my table and my data. All right. I hope it helped. I hope it's clear. And thank you very much. See you next time. Thank you.